Well, good Saturday afternoon to everyone out there. I see a bunch of people made it. I didn't know who was going to show up, honestly, because, well, it's a Saturday impromptu. You guys know that these just randomly come up that I don't normally announce ahead of time when these are when these are going to be live. But I figured there's a lot to talk about in the home arcade space, video game space, and I figured this was a chance for you guys to actually have your voices heard if you want to call in and if you want to, even if you don't want to come on video. Like, I have the ability, you can come on video if you want, or if you just want to call in, do it kind of like a radio style show, and that's fine as well. 724-893-8603 is the phone number. I want to get kicked off here after we welcome everybody that showed up. I want to get kicked off talking about this leak. Anytime, I don't think you could talk about Arcade 1-Up and not have leak in the same sentence. Am I wrong on that? So I want you guys to think about that. If you want to call in, you guys can call in. I want to thank. Let's see. Bo Knows Tecmo is here. Let's pull that comment up. Bo Knows Tecmo, Chris McCoy, Jolly Green, Adam Cal, Mike Hawk. He's grinding away at Fortnite, slacking. We got Jason Tierney. Let's see who else. Scrolling down. That's all I got on my chat right now. There's probably more. Brooklyn Menace just showed up. See, I only get a certain amount of chat that shows up. Usually it's about 20 lines, and then it's a bunch of pages, so I have to scroll back, and then I end up missing new stuff. So I actually, thankfully, Adam was messaging me during the show on Thursday because I had missed a super chat, and I don't like doing that because I don't ask for them anyways, and I just get going. I try to bring up as many comments as I can during the show, and I totally missed it, and Adam was sending me a message. So Adam Cal, but he's not only just he's a mod in here, but he also keeps me on track. He'll send me a message and be like, "Hey, you missed a super chat," because we try to, if you're donating money to get your chat heard, we want to make sure that you get it across. So But I saw Michael B's video yesterday that he did where he talked about that it fell off the truck. Now, if you guys remember Thursday night, I actually said that, and everybody was, arguing with me and saying that no, it was a beta build. It wasn't a release build. I said, well, one of two things happened. It fell off the truck, or somebody that was working for Arcade One Up got a hold of a few of these units and put them out, or it was a leak, an intentional leak that marketing did. Marketing said we're going to send these to 3 random people, and what they do with them or whatever, just to stir up buzz. No pun intended. So, I don't know what to think. I don't know if maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm looking for some kind of conspiracy, but this isn't far-fetched for Arcade One Up to do. This is something that Arcade One Up is very prone and known to do. They create a stirring, if you will, inside of the community so that we talk about it for weeks in and weeks out. And that's another thing. Bo Knows Tecmo, he put this out here as well. This is something I want to bring up and talk about as well. And I'm kind of interested to see what you guys think. He says, I'm interested to see if they, how they emulate Fast and Furious. We all know this is going to be emulation. There's no way they're going to use the original ROM. I don't see how that's possible. They couldn't get it right with Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And I don't feel that's as intensive as Fast and Furious, but some may argue that point. What if they use the Wii Cruise import? That it really remains to be seen. I really don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. It's gonna be interesting one way or the other. I think that yeah, Jason Tierney, they love drama over there at One Up, and I wouldn't say that this is drama per se, but there seems to be a lot of drama surrounding anything that has to do with Arcade One Up. I would agree with that. And today's not going to be one of those chill and community talks, where we're just chilling here talking. I've actually asked a few people to join. I don't know if they're going to show up and join, but they may. My buddy Mr. Rightway, Steve Wright, the guy that I've learned a lot from building my retro video game collection, buying them in stores and things like that. He's going to be potentially jumping on here within, Now I know what P-Dubs is going to do. P-Dubs is going to come in and he's going to be like, "Sir, are we going for 8 hours today?" Because last time he was like, "Wow, you went for 4.5 hours." I don't even know if I'm going to go for 4.5 hours today. But to me, I've found in the past doing things like this outside of the normal shows is great community building. It helps you guys get to know me, because I can be misunderstood sometimes on shows. My personality is a personality that, if anybody's going to be at Cleveland Classic in September, you're gonna find out that I am the same person on camera as I am off camera, and you can't say that too much about different personalities that are on the internet. But I assure you, I am the same person, and my personality you can either like my personality or you can hate my personality, and that's okay. Not everybody's going to like me, and they're not going to like my style. They're not going to like the way I do things, and that's fine. But I think it's going to be interesting to see where things like this go. I'm going to pull up some chats here. Adam Calvin in the chat room, he says, "I really thought a Daytona USA design was going to be released." But again, I think it boils back to how much money they can make. And honestly, with the Fast and the Furious movie coming out, Arcade One Up is going to make a lot of money off of this cabinet, because even the kids that don't know what cruising is are going to want this cabinet because it's Fast and the Furious. Mike Hawk says there's also no promise this is a version of arcade game, or if they're just taking the Fast and the Furious license and applying it to a completely different console game. It could be the Fast and the Furious console game. You're 100% right. Or another racing game that they're putting Fast and the Furious to. Look at what they said about WrestleFest, right? It was going to be WrestleFest All-Stars, or WrestleFest, what did they call it? Legends? WrestleFest Legends, which to me, that's not WrestleFest. We have Retromania. That's RetroFest All-Stars, if you ask me. Video Games Vegas says, I think if Arcade One Up is purposely leaking their products, I think it's a smart it's smart given their difficulty communicating in other ways. No, listen, you know, Mr. Rightway said this last night on his podcast. He said, and I agree 100% with him. He said, Arcade One Up is a lot, and Nintendo is the same way, is a lot like Apple. Okay. Apple is very strategic. You don't get a lot of leaks. But if you guys remember the one, I forget which iPhone it was. It might have been the iPhone 5. It was when they first went to the larger screen because Apple was like, we're not doing a larger screen, blah, 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 blah. And if you guys remember, they left it in a bar. You guys remember that? Somebody had it at a bar and they left it there. And all of a sudden, all these pictures were being surfaced all over the world of this iPhone. Like, that's all you heard about for like 2 months was this iPhone. And it was later found out that it was done intentional. Apple did it intentionally to get the buzz going within the tech community to keep their name on the lips of everybody in that community. They didn't want people talking about Microsoft. They didn't want people talking about Motorola and Samsung and Android and Google. They wanted their name to come out of their mouth. So let's go down conspiracy theory lane and let's say, hypothetically, that Arcade One Up did this on purpose. That is smart marketing because now you've got every YouTuber that covers this space, all the Arcade One Up YouTubers, reviewers, everything. This is all you're going to hear about until they make their official announcement. Then when they make their official announcement, when they feel it's kind of dwindling down, like not many people are talking about it, that is when you're going to get an official community show from Arcade One Up that's going to announce like, hey, I know you guys kind of found out about it. We messed up. It was in the back of the manual. But yeah, you're getting the Fast and the Furious, and if they do end up putting a good ROM in it, everybody's going to lose it. So then you're going to have video after video after video after video after video talking about how Arcade One Up did it. They hit a home run. Okay? And then you're going to have everybody, going around like, what other games are they going to put on? And it's just going to snowball until it's released. That's smart marketing. Any other company, iArcade, AtGames, when they put something out, it's like a one and done. How many guys are still talking about the 4K pinball as much as they're talking about this Fast and the Furious? Let me ask you guys that. I think everybody in the community, and it's nothing against AtGames, but everybody in the community is like, okay, 4K pinball, 4K Legends Ultimate. Okay, big deal. Yeah, I might upgrade, or I just upgraded. That's cool. It's not getting that same push that this is getting, right? And I just find that quite amazing that it is getting that kind of push. And so I guess we're going to see coming up here what's actually going to happen here. And it looks like I have my buddy. Let's see if I can get him in here. Let's see here. There he is, Mr. Rightway. Do we have audio from you, sir? I don't know if we've got audio from you. You might be muted, or you might need to choose your audio. Okay, no worries. We've got Mr. Rightway joining us. Let me make sure I can get his information set here. And while he works on his audio. Okay. So we're good. That's all right. You keep working on it. I'm going to keep talking to these guys. So I'm thinking this is kind of like I mentioned before he even jumped on. I was like, I said all these people. I said this on his show last night. I don't know if he saw the comment, but Nintendo with the Switch for the last 3 freaking years. All I've heard from Nintendo and all these Nintendo content creators was there's going to be a new Switch. A new Switch is coming. For the last 3 years, new Switch is coming. And what happened? We got no new Switch. And here we are. They're still saying it. Hey, Steve, why don't you try coming out and then coming back in? Well, wait, I think I got you. Go ahead, talk.
Can you hear me?
I got you. Pull that microphone up on you.
Okay, so I don't know what's going on.
No, you're good now. You are in.
All right, so y'all talking about these crazy Nintendo folks?
Nope, you don't need any of that stuff. I got you. We got you in.
No, I'm saying you're talking about crazy Nintendo Switch people.
Well, so we're talking about. I don't know if you saw the leak that the Fast and the Furious is coming out for Arcade One Up. A machine that was supposedly not even up for pre-order yet somehow got into somebody's hands who ended up buying it from somebody else, and it's a legit cabinet. And supposedly Arcade One Up's like it didn't even go through customs yet. Like I don't know how this person got it. So we were talking about how.
Too bad.
Yeah, it fell off the train.
About all the years, Arcade One Up doing the stupid stuff and not kid quality control, harassing folks, doing. I said, this is what you get. Now, that's what you get. This is what you get. I'm coming on talking about now. That's what you get. You don't answer people email. You don't want to send nothing out. You forget all about the small people who help you. That's what you get. I hope nobody buy it. That's why I don't buy Arcade One Up stuff until it hits Facebook Marketplace. Anyway,
well, yeah, I'm doing good, man.
And
we were talking about that too because I know you talked a little bit about it last night on your show about about I don't believe there's going to be new Nintendo hardware coming. Nintendo's got a monopoly with the Switch right now, and everybody's like, "Oh, Breath of the Wild 2 is the last piece of software that the Switch is going to have that's brand new."
And
how many times have you heard this though on YouTube with the creators, man? Where for the last 3 years, every other video that comes out is, well, we're getting a new Switch. Leaks have come in confirmed. There's a new Switch coming, a Switch Pro. How many times have you seen that?
I've seen a lot, but from credit for me is being, a YouTuber and doing stuff. I don't report a lot of news. I'm starting to, but as more credible people and how they put it. Now, a lot of people just push it out there just because, that's click.
It's clickbait, yeah.
Everything is, everything is, let me tell you something. Everything is clickbait, people. Everything is clickbait. It just, if they deliver on a promise, that's good clickbait. If they don't, it's bad clickbait. So people misuse the term clickbait all the time. But yeah, I think it's exciting. But like I was telling last night, excuse me, y'all, I just came back from Taco Bell. So
if he runs off in a hurry, you know it's working.
Run to the border, bro. Run to the border quick. But no, what I was saying about all of this, right? Nintendo and Apple fans are the same.
Yep.
They always believe the rumors and then get mad when the rumors don't come true. I said that for years. That's me. I just look at Apple people, Nintendo people, they get mad. Why you get mad at a rumor that somebody said that you can't even, you cannot even like verify? Nintendo didn't say that. Apple didn't say that. I mean, just play what you got. Kids, like I said, the new Nintendo Switch, the Mario bundle coming out. Kids will love that. And people who like us who doing stuff like this, they're like, well, I want something new. I mean, you don't really need nothing. Yeah, you want it. I mean, but you don't need it. I think we got this over in this generation, and we so used to like, well, okay, I'm done. I want the next new thing. I want the next new thing. Like, just be happy with what you got and be satisfied. I mean, you don't have to have every new thing to come out, Just because you can buy, you don't mean you need to.
It's the FOMO, man.
I think it is. No, I think also too is the validation. Like, I'm gonna get it. Let me snap a picture. Hey, look.
Oh yeah,
look like that. But also too, it's like product reviews and product reviewers. I mean, you might want to get it, but then just give it away or something. So I understand. It just it gets weird when people start getting mad about stuff that nobody say. I mean, we don't know. Eventually Nintendo's gonna make a new system. When they're gonna make a new system, I don't know. I don't care.
What do you
what I get right now?
What do you think about Bono's Tecmo in the chat room? He said, I did hear that they're going to update the OLED dock to boost performance. Have you heard anything about that?
I ain't heard nothing about that. I mean, just Nintendo. Y'all gotta look at history of Nintendo, okay? Everybody be saying all this stuff. Nintendo gonna do this. Nintendo do that. Just look back. What has Nintendo done? Nintendo marches to beat of their own drum.
That's right.
Nintendo is a Japanese company at heart. You have to know the culture of the Japanese. They're very like by the book. They're very respectful. They're very stuck in their ways. They're not gonna do stuff because people on the internet are like, oh, you need to do this or I heard that. It's not. I lived in Japan before, y'all. I was there for like 4 years. I know the culture.
And you're going back. You're going back what, next month?
Yeah, going back next month for like about a week or so. Going
Wow,
just to travel and have some fun. Make some more
nice.
content for Mr. Right Way on YouTube. Go follow me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I got your youtube.com/Mr. Rightway, correct?
Yep. Yeah, please. Yeah,
I
thank
got
you.
I got that on there. This ability upgrades. I gave the Mario Switch and I gave the Mario Switch away, I think he meant to say, and I'm just enjoying my white OLED now.
That's good. Oh, what's a disability? I try to get in touch. I'm sorry, man. Hey, he hooked up my arcade one. I did a video on his stuff. My arcade one up had a turtles lit up marquee. That thing is so good. Everybody come over. We get this. Oh, this dude right here. This dude be making. He made some great freaking products. So, congratulations, man. I know you do a lot of arcade one up stuff. And they should do something with you, but if you want arcade one
I've
up,
been
keep doing
telling
your thing.
him he needs to make, like, you have those game room signs in the back. You've got like the Xbox, the PlayStation
Oh yeah,
2.
yeah. You can see the PlayStation. What
I told him
PlayStation
he
2,
needs to be making
Xbox,
those. He's
and
made
then
some
like
great ones.
but these are official ones. I'm snooty. I'm hot man, y'all. I'm like I gotta have the original stuff. But one of my friends made some one, but I gotta have the real. I don't know. I'll pay for the original stuff. I'm snooty, y'all. I'm.
He's like, yeah,
Look
I'm
at me.
not having it.
I just now finally got this. I'm snooty. I'm like,
What
which
was
is
that?
the ultra.
Oh, the Apple Watch Ultra. Yeah.
Yeah, I just now got it. I need to sell my other one. Trying to sell it.
My
I got
wife and I, we got the stainless ones like a couple of years ago. We got them for Christmas for each other.
That's good, man.
And we've had them though. I think this is like the Series 5 or something like that. I usually use them till like the battery's terrible because it's an
Hey,
Apple Watch.
they will last forever. I remember my last MacBook Pro. I had a MacBook Pro from 2012 or 13. Which one was the last MacBook Pro that had the glow up white logo? Which one was
Oh,
that?
that was quite a while ago.
So I had that one, right. I had that. I like the Sami Zayn pictures we do get on there. I
Yeah.
like that. I had that when I sold it to my friend, and I still got like a $900 for it.
Yeah.
But I had to replace the battery. But still, Mac's going to last. Mac products last forever, ever.
Sami Zayn fan club says, can Nintendo even come up with new games that aren't remakes or successors?
So who cares? Why? I'm still gonna buy Metro. I bet how many people bought Metroid Prime?
I'm trying to
Nintendo,
find Metroid Prime.
hey, I got 2 copies, yo.
Oh, you slacker! Oh, well,
But
to be fair, I haven't gone into the store to specifically look
I
for it.
went to Walmart the day it came out. And
Oh, I
I'm like,
should have
oh
done that. I didn't think it
yeah,
was gonna be that
and
big.
instead of putting them out that morning, and I had 6. And I came back the next day, they only had like 1. I said, let me buy another one. I had about because I don't know. I figure it may be like I ain't gonna say limited, but it's that good. It's $40. It's a good game. It's Metroid. I can trade the other one later on because I know somebody gonna want to trade for it later on.
I have that with Mario All Stars. I have the actual I have the what is it, the sealed one, and I have one that's non-sealed.
You get the Switch Online 64 controller yet?
I didn't get that. No, I didn't get that one yet.
Yeah, man, I think it's a hard time,
I gotta get that. So Bono's Tecmo, he's saying that Metroid Prime is his favorite Metroid game, certified masterpiece.
Nice. And now the new Metroid Fusion is coming to Switch Online. I think later this month. I think so. Yeah.
I think it's interesting because Nintendo's very closed lip. They don't let too many leaks go. They're kind of like you said with Apple.
They got control leaks. Everybody leaks, but
that's what we were trying to figure out with Arcade One Up. Like, this is smart marketing if they do these controlled leaks.
Arcade One Up did this because they know the reputation they got. They know people don't like them no more, and they know they come out with the how. Well, let me start with Marvel's Capcom 2. They took everybody for a ride on that one.
Yeah.
They took everybody for the song. So let me take you for a ride. Arcade say, yeah, we're gonna take y'all for a ride. And then they got people in the fighting game community that hey, play this. They never update it. It's horrible.
It's like the Marvel. What is it? The Marvel versus Capcom 2. Gonna take you for a ride.
Yeah, I'm taking you for a ride. I'm like, no. Arcade One Up took you for a ride.
Yeah, pretty much.
Arcade One Up took you for a freaking ride, dude. Man, it's.
We got.
I don't know.
McGee in the chat room said, "What's up at the Tech Buzz? I'm not a fan of your personality, but I did hear that Arcade One Up left a deluxe cabinet in a bar." And he's being facetious. He's not. in a bar, and now it's all over the internet. I was talking about, yeah, he's my number one fan that loves to hate. So
Oh,
he's a
that's
great dude.
awesome.
He's a good dude.
He like you. He like a fruity pebble.
He's a fruity pebble, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so he's legit. Nobody needs to block him or anything. Um, so I mentioned about how Apple did that. Do you remember when they did that controlled leak of the iPhone in the bar?
Oh yeah, long time ago.
And I think Arcade One Up is
Dude, did
doing
we
the
talk
same
about
thing.
that?
We
Did we
did. You
talk
and I
about
did on iFanboys. We did that. Yep.
that? Was like long time ago.
Yep.
What was that like? Before was that
Oh,
like the 4S?
that had to been like 2013, 2014 when we were doing those shows.
Was that the 4S? What was it? Or was
Oh,
the S?
it was
What
when they
was it?
first went to the bigger screen because Apple kept saying, "Oh, we're not doing a bigger screen," and people are like,
Was it
"No,
the
no, there's
6?
leaks." Maybe it
Was
was
it
the
the 6?
six. Yeah,
Do it. How long we been doing it?
we did do this too long.
Guess what? I just found all my old iPhone boxes up in the attic. I like, oh wow. I don't have no iPhones in them, but just I love to keep the boxes and stuff.
I thought it was funny because like all your guys in your chat room, every time I come in and go, "What's up, Fruity Pebble?" They all sit there like ready to ban me. Like I like you could see it, like they're waiting to like go
No,
after me. And I'm like, dude, it's an inside joke. It's all good, you know.
no. No, I had to make some more mods last night because you know how some guys be when the
Oh,
females come
the
home
haters are gonna
and
come
they
in.
like, yeah, they be like, oh, she got more games than me. She got more plastic. My manhood is hurt because she can be a gamer than me. And like, shut up.
Yeah, we have our own set of drama and trolls here, and like the best is when we get the guys that come in because a lot of the content creators they put their actual arcades behind them and
Oh,
and
really?
use them as like a background. They go, oh yeah, you content creators, all you do is just use them for your backgrounds. You don't even play them. And
And
I'm like,
who cares? You just mad because you probably can't afford it. Probably. Who cares? I don't. People just say some stupid stuff online.
it's hilarious some of the stuff. So I'm like, well, yeah, you could say that, but mine get played. That's just the actual a TV screen behind me that's playing a repeated 30-second video of my arcade. So that's fine. People
People
love to
find
hate.
anything. No, I think they like to hate, but it's a cry for attention. It's like you really like something mentally wrong with you. Seriously, if for you a full grown human to like go on a website or chat room or something and type in, you actually like probably type in or on your thumbnail typing stuff to say something to try to insult to try to hurt somebody else. That shows something on you. Something inside of you makes you feel bad. Your parents didn't raise you right, or your parents didn't give you no love because you're looking for this external love through stuff. This
Yeah,
stuff you can't get
exactly.
stuff with you.
Nope.
Some people just I feel sorry for them. I just laugh at them, and then I pin they comment and let my community take care of them.
So Mike in the chat room, he says if anybody's looking for a Metroid Prime physical, Play Asia has them in stock and they ship within a week. $39.99. It has to be region. It is region free.
That's good.
So if you wanna take advantage of that, put it in the chat room if you don't mind. Dolores says, "I'm not a troll." No, you're not a troll, Dolores. We know you're not a.
Hey, I was gonna. Remember, I was telling you talking to the car a few minutes ago. This is half of the stuff I just got right.
Look at this guy.
So,
This guy was out garage sailing when I called him. I was like,
yeah. So this whole bag right here
"Let me go
was
pull."
well this was $15. The other shirts I got were like $5. All right, so I'm gonna go through and look. This is $15. All right, that was $1. $1, 2. Okay, here starting to get like I gotta find a cover for it, but I can find it. But and y'all forgive me. 3. I usually say this for my channel, but I'm giving y'all a little preview. 4. Is this game in here? No. Look, that's okay. That's all right.
That's all right. That's still a good game. It's still a good game.
Get better. 5. The game is in there. I heard it. 6. What's in here? Oh, Street 2. I didn't even know that was in there.
Nice.
That's like a $20 game. There's another. Oh, I forgot this in here. Oh snap! Sorry, y'all. I'm so loud. King of Fighters, please leave me in there. Yeah. This game right here, $25 game. $1. It's another $1 game. No manual. Super Monkey Ball. Let me see. Let's keep going. Say the best for last. All right, here we go. All right, Tekken 4. But the only game I could not find, that game wasn't in here. So I got to get a disc. But underrated Tekken game. Wait a minute, is it in there? Is that in there? Hold on. I don't know. It's just the manual was thick. Mortal Kombat, look, $1.
Wow.
$1 game. No manual, but it is a game. I'm about to get these games, bro. Look, $1. Tony Hawk.
Where do you find these people? Every time I walk in, there looks like the jewel case was run over by a truck a few times.
This is a garage sale. I just asked people.
That's what I do. I went to garage sales. You'd be surprised at crap I see.
Look at this, another $1. This right here.
Soul Calibur, was that Soul Calibur 3?
Yeah. I don't know why I got this.
Oh, Crazy Tactics. Well, hey, they're hard to get. Sammy Zane says, "Oh my, those prices can only be found in the United States. Absolutely out of this world."
$1.
Oh, Resident Evil 4.
Evil 4, $1. All right, okay, here we go. $1. Yeah. Blockbuster case. Man, $1. Rock the, oh, we got the poster in here. Oh shoot, this one. Okay, so this right here, y'all see these? These usually don't have the poster that comes with it, like right here. So you can take this poster and like hang it up. Like, look at this.
Dude,
I never had the poster before, so that's pretty good.
You gonna put a frame on it and hang it, or are you gonna?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a frame and hang that one. That's a good one. Oh, sorry, hitting the thing.
So while he's doing this, let me explain why you're pulling these out. If you guys have seen my game room, and you've seen my collection that I've been building, this is the guy. I've been friends with him for almost 20 years. This guy, if you're not subscribed to his channel, and I'm not doing it to plug his channel and stuff, but he has you want information on how to collect? You watch Mr. Right Way, because I'll tell you.
Go watch all the old videos, bro.
Building your game room, because let me tell you, I didn't know the first thing, and he's like going to pawn shops and Goodwills, and he tells you how to look for stuff. I have literally built my game room by watching his content and finding these deals. I never thought to look at a pawn shop for video games.
Yeah.
Never.
And hey, you be going to the pawn shop to get some good stuff.
I have. I can honestly say when I started doing this, I started with $50. I went in and I bought a ton of stuff. Some of that stuff I was able to flip for other stuff. And I recently just got enough duplicates that I've gotten for 50 cents, $1, that I was able to take in and get a OG Game Boy original and 2 games and a battery pack for it.
This is, hey, now these next two I told you on the phone is gonna blow everybody's mind, right?
All right, here we
go. Remember, this whole back was $15. Well, 20 because look, I got some shirts right here. So, but all right, first game. X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Oh man,
on the PlayStation. $100 disc. Yo, $100 disc. I need to find the manual for this game.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be too hard, right? That'd be like
$20 for the manual.
Oh, you think? Yeah.
Yeah. And then here's this one. Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, yo. Complete. Make sure I get this disc. Oh, it still needs,
Yeah, you can get it surfaced. Yeah,
it'll get resurfaced. But look at that.
So I will say I was jealous last night when you showed your Turbo Express. And that you got from Retro Ralph, that you didn't even realize you were getting it from Retro Ralph.
No, I didn't even realize I was getting it from Retro Ralph. I was like, huh.
I want a Turbo Express in the worst way, but I want it recapped like yours was, where it was a beautiful screen.
I'm gonna get one of my friends to put a bigger screen in it though.
Are you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a bigger screen put in it because I got it sitting in the glass case over there. But yeah, man, just oh, here's a game you need to look out for. If you see these, you can flip them. They usually $4 or cheap. These Skylander games.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of Skylanders. Yep.
If you got a lot of these, if you got these games, the game's like $25.
Is it just the PS4 version? Because I got a bunch of Wii U ones.
PS4 version.
PS4 version.
I want the game. I don't know if you got a game exchange in your area, but I'm gonna like just sell the disc and stuff, and then get something that's different. Just get those. But yeah, man.
I think you did this right. MG's asking anybody watch the Pixel Game Squad. I'd love to do the swap meets. I'd love to have swap meets near me. Everything on Facebook Marketplace is retail. You've done that with them, didn't you? You did the swap meets?
No, never have.
Oh, well, you were out there, weren't you?
I was out in yeah. I went to one. Yeah, I went to one, but I wasn't with them.
Okay.
No, the swap meets was real nice. That video coming later. I got 10 videos in the chat.
I'm starting to do that. I'm starting to get videos done and put them in like a queue and send them out like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm trying this whole YouTube thing and trying to be consistent.
Just try 2 videos a week. Like pick a day, like Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, or just start with one and see how you do. But once you get a lot of them, just boom, 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 put them in there and stuff. It just with this video yesterday, man, this weekend has been the best weekend for getting games. Yesterday, I found a whole PlayStation 1 collection, over 70 games at half price book for cheap, real cheap prices.
Half price crooks. They actually had.
I can't call them half price crooks no more. I feel bad now. I want to call them half price crooks. And then I'm gonna go through this later. I gotta say this, but right here, this is the PlayStation 2 box.
Oh my word!
Box. It's a whole bunch of games. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of 2 games in there. I was like, oh, I looked. The first 2 games I saw, it was like this game right here is super expensive, and then they had a GameCube game, and then I saw some other games. I said, yeah, here you go, $50, take it.
The best game I got in a week was the WCW Nitro game for PS1. I got it for a quarter.
Oh, that game!
But I got it for a quarter.
That's how much it's worth.
But it's complete. But I thought it was a good game back in the day.
You like the game?
I did like that. I thought it was good.
The only thing I like is about when you select the stuff and then you can hear the wrestlers cut the promos and stuff.
Yeah.
I like that part.
I mean, it wasn't the best, but it was. I think it's worth like $10 or $15, but still, that was like, to me, I thought that was a deal for a quarter.
Oh yeah, that's good. Do you get WCW versus the World?
I do have that one. Yeah,
that's a good one. I played hours on that. What's so good about that one, right, is you can create a title on your PlayStation 1 memory card, and then you can go to your friend's house and y'all can have a title match. And then if you lose or whoever wins, take the other person's title to their memory card.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I used to do that all the time. Boy, me and my friends would go back and like one person have a lot of titles on one memory card and say, "What title you want?" We'll make our titles up. I want that title. We had some great matches.
Better than Thunder on PS1.
Then Power Move Pro Wrestling. Have you got that game?
What was it?
Power Move Pro Wrestling.
I think that's for PlayStation 2, isn't it?
1.
PlayStation 1? I thought there was one on PlayStation 2. I could be. Maybe I'm thinking of Saturday Night Slam Masters.
No, that was on. That's on the Super Nintendo. The one you're thinking about is one that Michael Manna loves to play, Fire Pro.
Oh, okay. I knew there was one because I also have one on my arcade one up that's Saturday Night Slam Masters.
Yeah, it is. Hey man, but I'm going to go film something real quick and get some sleep because I had to make a 5-hour trip back to Arkansas.
You're driving back up to Arkansas?
Yeah, we got a thing at church tomorrow I want to go to, so I'm just making sure all this stuff is good. I got to go through these, and I don't even know what's in this box, so I kind of want to be surprised when I go through this box and stuff. I'm like, oh man, the only thing bad about this, look, I just found out, look at this. So the manual is halfway there, but they cut out the edge. Hey, for $1 though.
For $1, yeah, you can put it in a new jewel case, and you'll be all set. And I can
sell it and then upgrade and get a new one.
That's true. I can
sell that for $100 easy.
So Elmo watches wrestling really quick. He wants to know. He says, "Do you?"
Elmo was in there last night in the chat.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He wants to know. Do you guys think the AEW will come out this year?
Out in a couple months. It'll come out in a couple months. They just still waiting on stuff.
Somebody in your chat last night said that the WWE 2K22 was bad. I didn't think it was bad. I have it. I think
22 was good.
I thought 22 was really good. Somebody was like 2020 and 2022 was trash. I'm like, are you sure your 2022 is really good? Like I'm actually going through the storyline with it.
20 was horrible.
Oh 22. Yeah, I think they even stopped selling 20 if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, they didn't sell 21. They took a year off.
Whichever one they were offering people rebates and all kinds of stuff with one. It was so bad. Like
it was bad.
I never bought it for that, but
it was so bad.
I think the last one I have was 2019. Is that with Seth Rollins on the front?
No, AJ.
I have the AJ and I have Seth Rollins. So Seth Rollins was what, 2018?
But you got those standees with Brock Lesnar and somebody else, don't you?
I do. I got the Brock Lesnar. One of my local retro stores had it. He gave it to me for $20.
I want that one. I don't too much care for Brock, but
he has a Seth Rollins one. He does. He still has a Seth. I can ask him how much he wants for it.
Tell me. I ask him. I want to ship it. I can buy it.
Well, what I was gonna say is we could always do it where if I come out to Columbus to what is it, Torg, I can always throw it in the back of my truck and bring. Well, then how would you get it? Yeah, because you got to fly.
So it'll be shipping, and then it's way in November. So That's the
Well,
end of
yeah.
it.
Either way, Either way, somebody's gonna have to fold it up. I think
Yeah, and then ship it. So
either that or yeah, or stand it. 18 was Rollins. Okay, so that's the one he has, and Brock, I think is
16.
what's that?
Brock was, I think, 16.
Yeah, 16 on the one I have over there. So, um, trying to look, but yeah, he has that and a few other Greg Rollins.
You said Greg Rollins.
Yes, that's what he's saying.
All right, hey, bye. I'm a little tired. I'm gonna get a little nap in, and I'm gonna film this video. I know it's some good treasures in there. So, but yeah, man, thanks for. I mean, I would stay on if I wasn't,
Yeah, no worries. You gotta jump. Like I said, we'll keep it open.
Yeah,
If anybody wants to jump in, I have the phone line open as well. You guys can always call in 724-893-8603.
yeah,
And
man. But I appreciate it, man. Love you, man. It's been.
yeah,
We didn't do this again when I'm not so busy.
no,
This
let me
month,
know. I've been doing random Saturday streams just here and there, but yeah, I tune in. Usually, I tune into your show every Friday right after. If you guys
man.
didn't know, every Friday I think it's at 10 p.m. Eastern because it's 9 your time, right?
Yeah, so really after SmackDown.
Okay, so 9 Central, 10 Eastern.
Mhm.
Steve does his show with a bunch of his cohorts, and they just talk gaming and
News and just have
just
fun.
anything. Yeah, they're just having a blast. So
It's a developing show, so you see in the process we had a new bit at the end of the show. Like one of my friends, he is a very he likes, I ain't say he likes to drink, but he has a lot of great alcohol, and and, just, and I say just the alcohol didn't know the drink of the night. You
mhm.
know, it's the blurred and bruise is great, so it's good. It's really good, and we have fun. It just
Dude,
laid.
that week that you were, because you guys do that segment about what's new and everybody was showing stuff and whatnot, and your buddy showed the microphone set, the DJI
Yeah,
here. Dude, I almost lost my, because I was like, I've been researching microphones for YouTube because I used to boom a boom mic in front of me. And when he brought that up, he's like, "Yo, these things are awesome." I was like, "Yes, they are." Like, yes. And then he was like, "Oh, I didn't know you could magnetize them." I was like, "Yeah, that was awesome."
that was helpful. Thank you, man. That was really helpful.
I was like,
He's
"No,
like,
no,
oh
you
shit.
can do that with them. I swear." No, but if you didn't,
He's like, oh shoot, this we get right here. Like,
but if you get that, MG says off topic. Anyone watch Rough and Rowdy last night? No. I was watching. Like I said, I tuned into these guys. I was
what kind of
watching them.
sexual show is that?
I I don't know.
Is that
Again,
on? Is that on HBO or something? No, Rough and
Bona,
Rowdy.
Bonafide Picker says Mr. Right Way is the way. So if you guys haven't, go over to his YouTube channel, youtube.com/slash Mr. Right Way. Like I said, I've
I
been
need to
friends
catch.
with him
I
for
need
a
to watch
while.
season. Was it season 2 or season 3? Mandalorian, the new season. I need to watch the new
Season
season.
3. Season
Okay,
3.
yeah. I watched all of them. I just need to watch a new one. That's what I ain't caught up on that yet.
Yeah, you and me both. I think we've gotten like a couple episodes in. So if you are interested, you definitely want to check out a show. It's refreshing because it's not the same. I'm trying to find shows that I can like just chill and relax and watch. And his show, they're just hanging out and talking games and no
Yeah, we just
drama, no trauma, no nothing. So it was a lot of fun, real refreshing, with it. So yeah, but you and we can touch base and see what we can do to tweak your setup a little bit and see if we can
please do. Yeah.
get you dialed in a little bit more. I've been playing with these virtual sets here, as you can see. So check this. I can do one of these. Let me get so I can do this with us. We can do the whole CNN, Fox News, or we can be like, "Bye guys, we'll see you next week." No, we're not leaving. I'm just be like,
Wow.
and
Okay.
so you can see my studio. I put a lot of money into this. There's a lot of money into this virtual studio, and then I could
Like
come
somebody
in.
gonna bust through the wall on the left side of you, man. It's like
Hey, it might be the Shockmaster. You never know. He might come busting through the side.
it's the shock master. Oh my god, he fell on
Yeah.
his arms. He said he fell on his arms. Like,
So
you
yeah,
hear British Bulldog saying in the background, he fell on his arms.
I've been trying to do something like this for a solo show. And Elmo Loves Wrestling. He goes, I really enjoyed watching his show, especially since A1 Up wasn't mentioned once, and that's a tough thing because this space, like we try to cover everything, and
Mhm.
I get sick of hearing about Arcade One Up after a while. Just kind of
Has the community before I go? Has the community Arcade One Up? Has it started turning on Arcade One Up?
not really. People they have short term memories. You do have people that are just legitimately fanboys, and nothing they could say or do, is going to change that.
I hate how they did Glenn. I was like, F them after that.
Yeah, it's I like I always say, there's always three sides to every story, right? There's their side,
Yeah,
his side, and then there's the truth.
the
So
truth. Yeah.
I kind of like I support Glenn. I just kind of stayed out of that. I'm like, I'm not going to even get involved in any of that. Like, we all know what the truth is, and it's not our story to tell.
Yeah. So
So, but I'm with you on that. But yeah, man, I appreciate you jumping in.
you
Have
see,
a
I'm
safe
getting ready
trip.
to. I will, man. You see, I'm getting ready to put this lavalier on and getting ready to.
He's going to be doing some videos.
Yeah. Hey, that's the life of content creator. I always thinking, like I said, to put this in here after you get off with you and record this video, pack it up, and then go pack some clothes, lay down, and go to sleep and get on out the door. So, well, y'all, thank y'all so much for everything. Hit my channels up, Mr. Right Way. That's where I'm mostly at. You'll see me and all that stuff. And like I say, always do it the right way. And thank you so much for having me.
All right, Steve, you take care. Appreciate it.
All right, brother.
And guys, if you like Mr. Right Way, make sure you guys go check out his channel. Like I said, I've been friends with him for a long time. Back when he was a young Fruity Pebble. Now we're both old Fruity Pebbles. That's the reality. That's an inside joke that we do all the time. Fred Ottman, he was at the Niles toy. I forget what it was, the Niles Toy Expo or whatever. It was close by. He was there. I just hard to believe. You know. Well, let me see here. You can fight in your jorts, your sneakers, even an ankle tracking tag. MG. So you guys have been missing MG. He was like, I was actually going to do a spoof MG. I was literally going to, I was going to shoot a video um, for Thursday's show, and I was going to be like, "What's that rustling?" And I was going to walk over to it and have like a little like a footage of that creature that's in the one horror flick, and have her just kind of turn up and look at and start going. I'll be like, "It's MG. He's here." And then put it out there on the video because everybody's been asking where MG was. So I was gonna do something stupid like that, but oh well. I still might do something. We'll see. Everybody gets a kick out of that. And our exits. So I don't know. Whatever you guys want to talk about, we can continue talking about. We have the phone number. You guys can call in. This is toll free. I'm not saving phone numbers, so you guys like I can't even see them. I'm like remoted into my phone machine. But 724-893-8603 is the number to call in. You guys can. Oh, the date is wrong on that. I thought the. I guess I didn't change it on that. Let me change that right quick. Today is not the February. I must have changed it on all of them except for one. So let me. There we go. Let me get that changed. Sometimes when you're getting stuff ready, because I just noticed it's fine on the other ones. It just wasn't good on that one. Anyways, when you're going through, no, don't bugger off. You're good. But yeah, Mr. Right Way, like I follow his channel a lot for my console collecting. I kind of learn what things cost, what they don't cost, how what I should pay, what I shouldn't pay, and you start to figure out what is ridiculously priced and what's not. And so I always try to pay attention to those videos that he does with building the game room the right way and game collection, because I've actually saved a lot of money. People have come in here and they were like, "Man, how did you get all these games?" And it's like you have to learn. It's kind of like collecting cards or anything else like that. You have to learn what you're looking for, know its value, know what you're willing to pay for it, and flat out negotiate. When I go into pawn shops and they got like $7 or $8 a game, I'll go in there and I'll be like, if I buy 20 of them, will you give them to me for like $2 a game? And they'll oftentimes they'll come in and they'll be like, yeah, we'll give them to you for $2 a game. So there's ways around it. There's ways of doing things to build your game room, and these are all things that you can do, and that's what I've kind of what I've learned, going through it. I see King Krill. He is in the chat room as well. What's going on? How are you doing, sir? So I'm wondering, did we figure out yet? Did we figure out if it was a heist? Did we figure out? Did you guys come to a conclusion? I wanted to kind of switch gears over to the console stuff when Mr. Rightway came in, because that's more his forte. But have we figured out what it was? Was it a secret heist? Was it a planned marketing venture to leak one of these cabinets out? That's what I want to know. And I think that's the greatest mystery. That's going to be the mystery that we're all going to sit and we're going to be thinking about for now until things happen. Let's see what MG says in the chat room here. He says, eggs, they're ridiculously priced. There's a lot of things that are ridiculously priced. Eggs you can't negotiate on, unfortunately. You have to take what they give you, unfortunately. You're thinking it's a fake replica. I don't know. I don't know if it's a fake replica. King Creole says it was planned. I'm kind of leaning on that, or that it fell off the truck. Somebody ripped it off. I find it hard to believe that anybody is that desperate to get Arcade 1-Up stuff out that they would have to rip off Arcade 1-Up. Just being honest. Elmo loves wrestling. I missed his question here. I'm going to go back to this. He says, have you noticed your usage of PSVR 2 GT7 begin to increase the more you play it? I have not got GT7 yet. I have been playing Horizon. I want Star Wars. I want GT7. I want a bunch of different games. Here's the thing. If I buy other games, I'm never going to finish this. I've actually gotten back to God of War, which I had bought like around Christmas time, and I still haven't played it all the way through. I got to a part where I got stuck, and then I figured out how to get past it yesterday. So I was playing that for 3 hours. I'll probably play that tonight. The thing that I have with playing VR was I got motion sickness from playing Resident Evil, and I don't know if there's a setting in there that I can change. Resident Evil Village. But I was just kind of like moving around, just moving fast. It just messed my head up. So after about a half an hour, I had to walk away from it. Jay says, I heard that it was hijacked by a handful of black Civics and a green Underglow. That could be very possible. King Creole goes, it was ripped off from the warehouse. I tend to agree. That's true. I forgot about that, Mike. You bring up an interesting point. If people took Evercades, they will take anything. You're 100% right. I totally forgot about that. Okay, so 720 Eric says, John D sent me a text. He just put another Fast and the Furious on Marketplace. Well, no, it was Offer Up. It was Offer Up. He has to put it on Offer Up. Goofyfoot says it's a warehouse worker discount for sure. MG goes, I heard that a guy pushed a bunch of them out of a plane over a forest in Tennessee, but they accidentally killed himself jumping out of the plane. Now there's beer selling them. Oh, now there's a bear selling them. Maybe that's that cocaine bear selling them cheap. Let's see here. It's PJ Wiley, the spoiled son of RC Wiley. Hobby Hand says, I can't play third-person shooters anymore. I get really dizzy, but for some reason, I don't on the Oculus. The Quest 2, I don't, unless it's the roller coaster VRs. Those VRs, I will get sick if you start, because they give you different settings that you can put it on. Like, I think number 2 of 5 I can get to. That's about it. But the PSVR 1, forget it. I can't even put that thing on. I can play Astro's Playland with the little robot. I can play that, and that one I can do without any motion sickness. But when you start getting into things like Resident Evil, where you're doing a lot of movement and you're looking and you're moving at the same time, then I get nauseous. PSVR 2, the same thing. Oculus or the Quest 2, I don't seem to get, and that's only doing 2K, and PSVR 2 is 4K. But I think it's because your eyes are trying to constantly focus on the image quality, and you're moving so much. It's weird. Let me see here. The field of view in Resident Evil 7 sucks. It is simulating flashlight view. The one I haven't played, I don't know, Resident Evil 7. I think that was PSVR 1 I played that on. So that could be why, maybe that's why I get nauseous. But Resident Evil Village is what I was trying to get through. MG goes, tough crowd. And let's see here. If the bear found Arcade 1 up, he would try to trade it in for cocaine. After the whole, it's just like, are we really that desperate in society to try to find a video or a movie, make a movie about a bear who ate cocaine? Like I'm like, really, of all things, that's the best you can come up with from the movie. The Quest Pro dropped $500. Did it really? Because I saw it was $1,000. It was $999. What was it? Was it originally $1,500? Because they raised the price of the original Quest. The Quest went up to went $100 up. When I got mine, it was $299. Now it's $399, I believe. Which is, I mean, I've been telling people this, and you can take it for what it's worth. But I've been telling, if you want to get into VR, I know that the PlayStation VR 2 is looking good. If you don't have a PlayStation 5, get a Quest. A Quest 2 is all you need if you want to get into VR. You don't need to be spending any kind of money on a PSVR 2 or anything like that. I just think that I think that when you start going down that road, and people, and even me, I complained about it. I was like, well, there's a wire on the PSVR 2. Well, I didn't think about it, but the latency on the PSVR 2, having the wire and be able to do full resolution out and not having that constant buffering that happens on the Quest. So the Quest being Wi-Fi driven, you're at the mercy of Wi-Fi. And I've had VR movies where I was watching like sharks where they'd come up and swim by you, because a lot of them are National Geographic based movies that they have on there in VR. So like Jurassic Park, or the shark will come up and it'll freeze like right at your head. And you're just kind of like, okay. So the built-in Wi-Fi of the Quest 2 is kind of like, depending on where you're at in your house. But having that cable on the PSVR 2, and this is going to be in my review when I do the review video, but having that cable is actually a good thing because it gives you the ability to have it hardwired. It's just like the people that talk about gaming online being hardwired to the internet. Graphics wise, you got a lighter headset, so now all the processing is done by your PS5, which isn't sitting on your face. So it makes it for a lighter device sitting on your head. So I was anti this, but I figured out, I bought a USB-C extension cable. So I have a drop ceiling in here in my arcade. And so I'm going to run a extension cable up through the drop ceiling down to my PS5 so that the wire goes up through the roof. So if you're doing any spinning, like if you're turning because you don't realize where you're at, you're not wrapping your cable up and choking yourself, or choking it around, running it over on your chair. Because I usually sit playing. I play in my chair over there just because my ceilings are so low when I raise my arms. So I think that's how I'm gonna do it. It's just run the extension. Goofyfoot says supporting a cocaine habit, selling one-ups is very plausible. Yeah. MG goes, how dare you? It's an instant classic. Maybe. depending on who you're asking. Mike Hawk, he says PSVR 2 is very nice, but now that I have it, the Quest 2 is more comfortable and will still get a lot of play. And Mike, you know that the Quest, and Mike can back me up on this, the Quest isn't much heavier than the PSVR. Now, I do notice I get a lot hotter in the Quest 2 because I have the expandable battery in the back that's on the headset. I have that, so that's getting warm and your headset's getting warm, so you tend to sweat a little bit more. Where the PSVR, I agree with him. The face, I put a different face padding on my Quest 2, and it's super comfortable. It's like felt. This one here is like rubber, and it just like sticks to your face. It's ridiculous. MG says, I have a Quest 2 and a Rift I've yet to try. But I did play PSVR 1 a little, and it was good with that sliding adjustment. Yeah, if you have glasses, that sliding adjustment is money. But PSVR, I wanted to like it, and I didn't buy it brand new. I mean, I bought it brand new, but I didn't get it when it first came out. I think I only paid $199 for it at Walmart, but I got it like a year ago. Mike says, I like that I can have my back to the PS5 when wearing the headset. The wire is more of out of the way. That I've tried to do that by putting it behind me. Oh, I see. You turn your back to the PS5. Oh, I didn't try that. I usually face the TV. Maybe I should try that. Turn around. Yeah, that might work. MG says, so you're gonna end up hanging from your your rafters. Brilliant. Hey, listen, when I've gone to those arcades in the mall and stuff, that's how they do the VR. They run them up through conduit right above the VR headset. It seems to, you know, seems to be ideal, whether or not people think so or not. I mean, that's figured I'd give it a go. I might do the conduit if I want to do a permanent install, but for now I'm just going to run up through the drop ceiling and just have it come straight down. MG says, I worry if I let, what does he say? I worry if I let myself relax in an immersed VR world, I fear that my wife might do something to me. VR is, it's something to get acquired to. I think it doesn't focus up right sometimes, depending on what angle you have to look at. And I think that's something that could be tightened up a bit. But I think PlayStation has done it, or I shouldn't say they've done it correctly. They're in the process of making it with the eye tracking. I think that is going to be a game changer. I think as we see as this progresses, because having the ability for it to follow your eyes and instantly focus as you're moving your eyes around on your gameplay screen, like if you're playing sports, especially sports, because it's one of those things that are fast moving. If you're playing an NFL game and you're watching for receivers, you're not necessarily moving your head. You're moving your eyes back and forth. Having that ability to do that and throw a pass or throw or be the receiver and catch it. I don't know if you can do that in those yet. Is ideal. I think that's where you're going to see the PSVR 2 really shine. And I've also been very cautious about buying any VR 2 games because I want physical copies. And I've seen some people now start getting PSVR 2 physical copies when they buy it from Sony. I just don't want to buy them from Sony. I'd rather get them from Amazon. So my thought was through Horizon, play that, and once I've got Horizon beat, then I'll buy some other games and I'll play some of the other games and get through those. And because I know what's going to happen, the more games I buy, the less time I have to play, and that's the reality. I do enjoy collecting, but I want to have some time to play these. VR GIMP setup. You know, I thought about playing Fortnite in VR just to see, like, having that big screen, but I think that would make me nauseous because of all the moving that you have to do around that. Mike says, I hear Fortnite is VR ready, but they have chosen not to do that route yet because it might hurt the sale of character skins that you wouldn't see while playing in VR. That's possible. MG says, I'm also super lazy. I don't like the Wii. You had to keep moving your arms on that video you showed, and I would be exhausted. You can change your walking mechanisms. Like some people were like, yeah, that's stupid to do that. I kind of was trying to get the immersive feeling of moving, so I didn't change it. But yeah, I would agree. Like I want to use the joy pads to move forward, kind of like you do on the Oculus. Um, but now I don't know if I could change it now that I'm used to it. I think if I changed it, I'm gonna end up, banging my head, going like, like I don't know what button to hit now. So that could be something that could be a good or bad thing. I'm not quite sure yet if that's something I want to do, but I'll have to look into it. Tonight we have game night. It'll be interesting. Like right now, we have been playing the At Games Legends Pinball. We've been playing the Ice Age table. And right now, I have the highest score on it in this game room. Okay, at 178 million points and some change, right? And I think the closest somebody has gotten to me, and I haven't played it in 3 weeks because the way it works is whoever gets the high score sits out, and then everybody else rotates through until they beat that high score. And once that person beats the high score, then they sit out, and everybody else has to battle to try to beat them. So, um, my buddy, the closest he got was like 140. I want to say 143 or 145 million. So tonight they're hoping to beat that. So they've really gravitated toward this table, and it's like nobody else. They'll literally sit there. Like I put a picture on Instagram. If you go back and look, my daughter, my son, and two of our buddies, they'll sit there and they'll just sit on the stool and they'll rotate until somebody beats the score. It's a riot. Um, Prince Malcolm, if you still have the link, if you want to call in, or King Krill, or whoever you guys want to jump in, you're more than welcome. You can call in, or you can join the live to air video. It's up to you. But Prince Malcolm says, I just want them to release the co-op Ghostbusters on the Oculus. I would agree. They're bringing out the PlayStation VR 2, but I think I want to get it on the Oculus because I think more people would play it. I think playing Ghostbusters in a first-person style VR game where you just kind of reach your arm over your shoulder, pull out the Ghostbuster blaster, ignite. I think that would be awesome. Because it would work the same way the Proton Pack would. You pull the trigger on the controller. I'm very surprised that a lot of you guys have VR units. I didn't think VR, because I thought about doing exclusive VR content on my channel where it just focuses on VR. I know, it's not Arcade 1-Up or At Games or iArcade, but just exclusive VR things that I've been kind of, because I've done a lot of research. I've been researching a lot with the VR headsets and trying to see which one was better, and trying to understand how to prevent motion sickness and play some of these games, because I don't want to miss out on the experience of these games, but I also don't want to get sick doing it. But it was just stupid things like in my review, on the side of the PSVR 2 headset, because none of us read the manuals, I didn't realize that the little divots in there are for your earbuds, to put them in there so they're not dangling the whole time. Like if you didn't want to wear them, you just put them in those little divots inside. The other thing is people aren't talking about that are doing these reviews of these PSVR 2 headsets is you don't need to wear the headset that comes with it. Excuse me. You don't need to wear that. You can take your your Sony PlayStation wireless headset, which is what I do and my friends do when they play it, because we don't want each other's earwax in our ears. We wear that with the VR headset, and it's comfortable. It fits fine. You look like a cyborg going into battle, but it still works. So, that's something that I personally like. I'm going to put that out there on the review, because like I said, I haven't seen anybody talk about that, right? Like you don't need to use those built-in earbuds. Bono's Techmol says, just read in your earlier comment, MG, LMAO, can't relax in the immersed VR environment. Adam Kalb says, opinion, the Nintendo GameCube controller is the single best controller ever made. Are you saying from Nintendo it's the best controller made from Nintendo? If so, then I would. Yeah, I would kind of agree with you if you're just talking Nintendo. The analog triggers are great on the GameCube. Honestly, I think the PS5 controller is the best controller across the board from any controller that's on the market right now. I think it just feels right. It's the right thickness, the buttons, everything. It's just, if I could use that controller on every console, I would. And most consoles that accept Bluetooth, you can. But I think the PS5 controller is the best, hands down. Better than a PlayStation 4, 3, 2, hands down. I would use that. That's my opinion. But as far as for Nintendo, just Nintendo, yeah, I would agree with you on that. I thought the Nintendo 64 one was like, I couldn't play a lot of the games. MG says, I got the PS5 headset yesterday so I can chat with the TechBuzz Gaming, plus I'll probably pick up the VR. Yeah, listen, if you don't need it right now, it'll probably come down in price in 6 months. You know, you can do that, but I did it more or less because I want to do some content with it. It's definitely not FOMO, that's for sure. But I was kind of thinking along the lines of content. Let me see here. Who else? PS5 controller is fantastic. It really is. Like I would even play it on my Xbox. I should buy the adapter so I can play it on the Xbox. Hang on a second. Let me see here. Jaguar controller, despite being the way it was comfortable. I gotta say, but the 3DO controller I thought was pretty comfortable too, as well as the Sega Saturn controller. Like the Sega Saturn controller, if you want to go old school, like the TurboGrafx 16 and Nintendo, they might as well be the same controller. Bo Knows Tecmo says Xbox Series controllers are most comfortable, but the triggers suck. I don't know. I just feel like it feels like when I'm holding an Xbox controller, it feels like I'm holding a brick. I don't know. To me, it doesn't. I can't move as quick on it. And again, that's my personal preference. MG says, I have a few PS5 controllers because they have such pretty colors. Yeah, that's true. I used to have the adapter to use PS3 controllers on the 360. Now I'm used to the 360. I thought a lot of the Xbox controllers, they went through different thicknesses. I mean, I could be wrong. Surprised no one brought up the ColecoVision controller. Oh my goodness, with the what was it? A thumb dial? I don't know what you call it. It was like it reminded me of the iPod wheel, right? They look like a cheap cell phone hooked to a console. It was like I'm sitting there and I'm going. Friends of ours had the ColecoVision. I still have yet to find one because I want it in box because it's not a system I'm going to hook up. I want the ColecoVision in box, but they had what was it back in the day that everybody felt the need to give, like the Jaguar does it too. Those little plastic slip covers that you put over top of the buttons so that you know what button you're hitting. Like whose idea was it to come up with stuff like that, to do that? Like I don't understand that. I never understood the need for that because half of us, even when I play the Jaguar, like I'll set it down to my left or to my right. I don't even put it over top because I want to know where the button is. So like I don't even put that on there. Oh, NEC, yeah, they had odd pads, but all these companies with their different controllers. I think the controller that I hate the most, and I'm probably gonna get shot and crucified for this, was the Nintendo 64 controller. If I said that had to be the worst controller, it'd have to be the Nintendo 64. It just was not comfortable. It made no sense. It just It looked like a Galaga fighter, one of those Galaga fighter machines. Like I just, ugh, I'm just not a fan of it. So personally, oh, the rotary wheel, yes, Prince Malcolm says the rotary wheel. I think that was the that was the deal. I'm just I'm not a fan of having to try to figure out these controllers. Like it was even a stretch when I got the Pro controller for the PS5. Like it feels good. Like the PS5 Pro controller feels good. We did the review on it. But if you use the longer paddles on the back, it doesn't feel right. Like some guys might like it. I had to use the elephant ears ones that I call them. Um, they're they're easier to get your two fingers behind and work it behind there. And even then, like I find myself still using the controller without using them buttons. It just hasn't registered, but it has more of a premium feel to it. I just don't think it's. I don't play enough competition style. Like my son uses it all the time. Like he uses it and it works for him. But like if you're not playing like a Call of Duty or Fortnite, I'm trying to think, maybe even Minecraft, you really don't need those extra buttons. Like I don't know. Let's see. Goofyfoot says, "Ha ha, you're showing your age. The iPod is like the Coleco controller." Well, listen, I'm 43 years old. So when I was in college, I had an iPod with a rotary wheel. So I had one of the original iPods. So yes, I am old. I'm very old. MG says I don't use the back paddles. It's too much. Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, like I'm at that point where it's like I leave them on, but the elephant ear ones don't get in the way. Um, Mike says the N64 controllers was the worst. Okay, good. So I'm in present company. Not everybody disagrees with me on that. Um, to this day, it still confuses the kids seeing it for the first time. So that's another good point. I think it was like a huge jump. You went the Nintendo to the Super Nintendo. All Super Nintendo added was some bumpers on the top, left and right, and then they added X and Y, right? So you still had A and B. Everything else was the same, had some rounded edges, so it was easy to adopt. Um, when they went to Nintendo 64, it's like there's a Z button, there's an X, Y, a Z2. Like they added all these an analog stick, so they added all this stuff all at once, and people are just like, "And how do you expect me to use this?" I think I had as a kid. My brother had the N64. Wasn't there like a Mad Catz controller that kind of resembled a giant Super Nintendo controller? That's the best way I can explain it. I think I had one of those. I don't remember if it was my brother's or if it was mine, that controller. But that one, that was the only way I could play. It still had an analog stick on it, but it looked like a Super Nintendo controller. Wow, it's been a tough 43 years. Yeah, actually 44. I turned 44 in June. Almost a half a century old. Jeez, where's this time going? iPod is still great. Mike says I still have my 2001 iPod. It's like a brick. Yeah, the old gray one. And then I bought one of the 4 gig ones, the little neon colored 4 gig ones. And all I did was because all you could do is put music on it. But I used it in college, um, going to classes and stuff. Bono's Tecmo says without the iPod, we wouldn't have an iPhone. Well, that's true. MG says 6 buttons in my Macs. My tiny brain can't function with any more. I kind of felt like that's how it went with like the fighting games, like the Mortal Kombat's and the Street Fighters. When you started getting too many buttons involved, it's like it just took the fun away. Mike says I just ordered 2 of the new Polymega N64 controllers. I like the new layout, and they will work with the original hardware. That's pretty cool. Do we miss wired controllers? All my controllers are wired, to be quite honest. Like all my retro games, like my new games, my PS5, I would play that wired. I'd have no problems playing with that wired. The Xbox Series X wireless. I don't know. MG says, Tech Buzz, good thing is you probably have lived more than you have left to live. You have probably lived more than you have left to live. Oh, well, that's morbid. I've lived more than I have left to live. I'm hoping I can get another 45 years out of this old body here. Let's hope. Happy times. I still have my Nokia N Gauge. You guys can't see it, but I have behind me. I have like a looks like a counter because it was a bar at one time, and I put like a bunch of tech gear and stuff. I think I have my chocolate N Gauge. It wasn't mine. It was my sister-in-law's. My mother-in-law was going to throw it out, and I kept it. And I have the original iPhone 4 still because my other iPhone I handed them off and gave them away as family members needed them when they were getting into the iPhone. Um, Mike, is that shipping yet? I was gonna pre-order, but you paid up front, and it was like a year out. Oh, you're talking about the N-Gage. The controllers were pre-order. I'll pull this up just so the video can see it. I expect them to ship late summer. The Polymega app is launching in a few weeks. That's the only bad thing. These guys announce this stuff, and then it takes years, sometimes years, for them to bring it out. That's the only problem. I pre-ordered. My son and I did the pre-order for the Horizon VR bundle. I did it literally the day before it was supposed to come out. And we got it. My son and I pre-ordered the controller, and we got it the day of. So, um, but I have some videos this week that'll be a little bit different. So in the studio, I have the digital mixer, but Presonus actually sent me another mixer that I have. It's rack mountable, and I'm going to be doing a review on that and an unboxing that I have to get in. I'll see if you guys can see it here. Let me go to number 12. And you guys can see, let me get rid of the lower third. It's like right here. It's a rack mount mixer. So it'll get rid of the console that's over on my desk. And I'll control 100% everything by the iPad. So like the mixing console is over here on the desk. You can't see it. Oh well. But it's gonna erase that, and it's gonna make it so where I can just control it 100%. There's no sliders, faders, or anything on the mixer. It just looks like a rack mount piece of gear, and I just plug all my cables into it, and I control everything from the iPad. I have that, and I have another PTZ optics camera that I have to look at. They sent me this today, the Move 4K 30X. So I'm going to get that into the mix. Both of those showed up today. Oh, there he is. And then I got to get the review done of everything else. I have to get the review done of. Just give me a second here. Wait 1 second here. I have to get the review done of the VR2. Yeah, let me go to. I'll go to this while you go ahead. Go ahead. You'll have to put the headset on. And then pull the microphone in. Go back to that. Let me go back to here. Let me see here. Polymega is a console. Let's see here. I was calling you young. Oh, Goofyfoot says, I was calling you young. You said it reminded you of the iPod. The iPod reminded me of the Coleco control. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. Sorry, I misread that. Doing 100 things here. Mike says, I think I'm going to pass on the Polymega itself. I can't see spending $300 for that for what it is. I will use the app, which should work with all the discs, media, and send in guns, which was the main reason why I wanted it. It's the Tech Buzz Mini. Yeah, he's getting his sea legs. At least that's the plan, anyways. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I still have yours set up here. I might have to readjust. Well, come on. It's being dumb on me here. Hang on. I have to readjust him if I can. Oh, is it? Wait. Oh, it's set to local input. That's why. Well, let me see here. Hang on. Co-host camera. Let's do that. There. Now I should be able to go to PTZ. Go to this. But I don't understand why I can't move it here. I'm going to have to work with that on the joystick. And let me, oops, going the other way. Whoa, hello. What the heck here? That's why I don't like using software to do this. Let's zoom in. Oops, going the other way. Go into the light. Let me get your mic unmuted. Mic should be unmuted.
Okay.
And I just gotta, whoops, gotta go the other way with you. There we go. I'll take a shot of that. Doing this all on the fly, as always. Nope. There you are. Your earpiece just fell out.
Yeah, it keeps on falling out.
So we found out Daniel was playing. We were doing the what do you call it? PSVR 2.
Oh yeah.
And we were playing Horizon, and there's this one spot where you can't like move, but you have to kind of figure it out because you go in a circle and you got to shoot these I don't know, what machines or whatever they are, right?
Yeah.
Machines.
You totally can't move.
You have to like kind of rotate around.
You have to motion, but you could turn that off. You could just.
So you ended up going around and figuring that out. And
yeah, I did it my first try.
Yeah. Listen.
Though I couldn't spin the wheel.
I did it my first try. Listen to this guy.
Though I couldn't spin the wheel.
He couldn't spin the wheel. They're like, oh my gosh, he's grown up since the last time I saw him in a year or two. Yes, he's not the.
I'm not a tiny person.
Not the same squeaky kid.
Yeah.
They took a lot more off your hair, huh? Or did you want it like that?
I don't know. I just got to cut it.
They just hacked it. It's
Yeah.
usually you leave it like parted. I'm surprised that.
Mom wanted it shorter.
Okay.
I was also getting into Zelda.
Okay,
for a
so let's
while.
talk about that for a little bit. So, I had walked away from Breath of the Wild 2, or excuse me, Breath of the Wild, and you've been preparing for Breath of the Wild to come out.
I've been preparing Tears of Kingdom.
Yeah, and so you went back to it after all of these.
And I got
years.
farther, like way farther. I actually unlocked all the rooms, like the powers, like magnetism, cryo, bombs, all that stuff.
Is like how long have you put into it?
I would say about like, I mean, it's like over 40 hours, but I think I've put in like 5 to 6 hours in it.
And it's working.
Yeah. I'm actually in the middle of a room right now, so.
That's one game, and people crucified me on that the last time. I was like, I just don't think it's a fun Zelda game. But now you're telling me
I can actually lead you through it.
you're telling me that I need to get back involved in this game.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's really fun.
So is that something other people should also, if they've walked away from it, they should give it another try? What was the deciding factor for you to get back into?
Well, I figured it's basically like kind of like a Horizon game. So, assuming walking into it again, assuming it's going to be like Horizon, it really is like Horizon.
Okay.
So, I just thought of it as another Horizon game.
It is like another Horizon game, but I feel like you got to walk everywhere for this.
Well, yeah, that's why they give you a paraglider. Like,
Well, you have to
at the
find
beginning
it.
of the game. No, the old man gives you a paraglider at the beginning of the game. Except you have to do a lot of rune stuff. And
Let me see if I can do. Sorry, I'm trying to get this to where I can control the camera. You're fine. You can keep going with that, but
no, I don't have.
you don't have anything to say.
Well,
Hey, I got it back.
unless you bring something up,
There
then
we
I'll
go.
be happy to.
I had to get it back to his shot. There we go. So it wasn't working over NDI, which is fine. Sorry, things like that drive me nuts because it's like it was working and now it's not working. Okay. Um, by the way, Breath of the Wild is a lot like Lord of the Rings. A lot of walking. That's the thing that bothered me the most. Let me see if I can pull up a video
Yeah, because it's
of
like
Lord of the Rings, or sorry, Breath of the Wild.
medieval.
Let me go Breath of the Wild. But the Breath of the Wild 2 is supposed to be a lot like that, though.
Breath of the Wild. Tears of Kingdom is supposed to be.
Let me mute this. I'm just gonna pull this up and I'm gonna throw it on our TV here, and kind of show.
Tears of Kingdom has like way more things.
So this is Tears of the Kingdom. No, this is Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
This is
Tears
Breath of the Wild.
Kingdom is in May or March. I forget.
Yeah, that's coming out later, which we do want to get. So, what do you guys? Is this worth it? That's even the question of this video. Is it worth? And there's Mr. Glenn Planamento. What's going on, Glenn? He goes, thankfully he got his mom's looks. I would ask Glenn if he's played this, but we all know he hasn't played Breath of the Wild. He hasn't played any Zelda games.
So, you know that amiibo that you have on the shelf?
Yes.
That actually works with it, and it's like a care package. So, it drops you fish.
So you're going to force me to go back and play this. I want to go back and play
I'm forcing
this.
you.
I want
I
to go
will
back
help you.
Okay. I want to go back and play
I
this.
will make sure that you beat it.
All right. So let me do this while this thing's playing. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to put it to where we can show Daniel and
The only thing that I'm mad about is my best weapon broke. So
see, that's the other thing I don't like about it.
but then you get to find new ones.
I don't like that. That's not traditional Zelda.
Yes, it is.
No, traditional
No.
Zelda does not do things breaking.
Well, they approached it as like Minecraft.
That's what's all wrong with this.
No, that's what's all right.
Maybe for you,
It's
but
really fun.
I don't think that's, I'll put you like that. How's that? Because everybody's seen this.
Chris McClory never stopped playing Breath of the Wild.
So Chris, have you played it all the way through, or are you still trying to go through the whole thing? That's the question. Bono's Tecmo. Let me pull up his comment right quick, right over top of here. He says there's pretty easy glitch you can do now on the towers, and you can basically float anywhere you want to now. Oh, interesting.
Well, I wanna beat it like for real.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like without any
he
glitches.
actually took the. So I've been saving for him since he was 4 years old when Breath of the Wild came out. He got his first Switch, 3 or 4 years old,
Yeah,
and
it was an early
it
Christmas
came.
present.
It was Easter. It came
Oh,
with the this thick guide, and so I confiscated it. He didn't know he had it, and I put it with
no,
the
I
magazines.
did. I
Yeah, that's true.
I
You
thought
did
it was the
know.
hardcover at first, but then
So I kept it because I was like, 4 years old. He's going to end up coloring in it, and then he's going to kick himself when he's older because it'll be worth something or he'll want it. So I put it in the rack, and I told him when he started playing this again, I was like, you can go downstairs and get that guide. I don't think you used it much.
I didn't even use it at all. It was just in my bed. It didn't really even tell you that much. It just told you information about the characters. And, I mean, there were like helpful tips, but the tips weren't even useful because you actually had to. Because most of those tips, you actually had to activate the quest for it,
Mm-hmm.
and at that point, I didn't even have the paraglider yet, so I was just kind of lost in that. So
I love Zelda, so I think I need to give this another shot. But that was one of
definitely,
the other things I didn't like about the Pokemon game. I felt like
it
the
was
the
a
open world, like it just felt like you were just walking and constantly walking. Like I didn't. I felt like there was. It's not like God of War, where the missions are outlined pretty clearly,
yeah.
and like and going through that was my only beef with it.
I mean, Arceus basically is Zelda
So this
except
is
with Pokemon.
this is what everybody's saying, and MG says I played Breath of the Wild for 10 minutes, couldn't work out what to do, not played it since. And I think that's the majority. That's what I did. I played it not for 10 minutes. I played it for like a day or two. But I
Now,
feel like I had to go to this town and get this item, then run clear across the map to get another item, and then walk clear across the map to another item, and then go over here. Like I just felt like it was just too much.
now with me, I was stuck because I couldn't figure out how to activate the cutscene to get all the towers. So I just ran around the whole area, the whole plateau that I could be on, because the death barrier was activated until I got the paraglider. So I just ran around until I actually found it.
And it worked.
Yeah. And then once the old man gave me the paraglider,
I think I have the paraglider, but I got to this one part where the Wizrobes were at, and I have nothing to kill them with, and I can't find anything because it won't let me out of this spot, and I have to go up top. I forget. I haven't played it in
see,
a
this
long
is
time.
why I just started fresh,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do that.
because starting fresh just makes things way easier. Because I'm at my second village, doing uh quests for this Impa lady.
Oh,
Old
Impa.
lady.
Yeah. Impa's in the other Zelda games.
So, well, it's not technically Impa. She's scared of me.
Oh, Mike says I prefer the top-down Zelda games. He goes, I'm an old fart. And Bono's Tecmo says during the recent $39 sale, I got Breath of the Wild physical, and they sent me an extra one by mistake that I kept sealed. That's a good deal. Chris McCloy, sorry. I beat it all the way through, and I like to go back and play it still to this day. All right, well, so he's one that that I've seen that actually is playing it again.
Beat
But
him upstairs too.
oh, did he really? Yeah.
Yeah, but he was playing it on mastery mode because of the DLC that he bought.
Bono's Tecmo, you literally have to focus only on Breath of the Wild when you play it. Be prepared for 50 hours.
And that's why I play it.
That's why you've been playing it nonstop. I buy lots of Switch games on those sales, Bono's, Tecmo, but then realize I already bought it before on sale, so I have many duplicates. Um, yeah,
The video ended.
yeah, that's all right. I'll pull it back onto you here in a second.
Alright.
Um,
I was just letting you know.
there we go. Relax, man.
I know
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Yeah. Are you though? Sorry.
I am on it. I can put you sideways there.
All right.
I guess I'm gonna have to kick it. I'm gonna have to kick it again. Give it a whirl.
I'm gonna have to help you out a lot.
Hey Rhea, well thank you. She says happy Saturday. The Tech Buzz crew. She's waving. Appreciate that. One of the big cheerleaders here for the channel. I like to do these, like I said, I like to do these impromptu shows. I feel like it's a way that this is a community show, and that's why I title it Community Talk, because how many shows do you guys go into that when you make a comment, unless you're super chatting, your comment gets read? It's few and far between, right? This is the show where I try to put up everybody's comment, respond to everybody's comment, staying in the conversation that everybody's having, because there's no agenda. What you guys are bringing up or what we decide to talk about, that's what we talk about. She says, smash that like button. MG says, Rhea. And then Chris McCloy says, get the amiibos. It makes the game easier. You get extra food and weapons. That's what you were just telling me.
That's what I was talking about with that link. So, if they will make amiibos for the new game, we should probably get them because.
Well, I have the one amiibo.
Yeah, you have that Link one. That's what I was using.
Well, no, I have the Princess one that's on the wall out there for the.
That's for Skyward Sword.
Oh, so you can't use that on the other one?
Oh no.
Well, I didn't know if they're like
There's
the Mario's
specific
across. The Mario's are cross platform.
It's just like the Splatoon 3 amiibos, but the other original Splatoon amiibos are cross compatible for only Splatoon 3. I'm sure.
Okay.
But when they make new amiibos for Tears of Kingdom, we should probably get them because
So he's costing me money already.
Look.
No, we'll get them. I love collecting amiibos. I wonder how the Metroid ones work in Prime. Do we have any? We don't have any of the Metroid ones, right?
We barely have any amiibos. All we have is
Well,
Mario.
you have more. You have more amiibos.
We have Mario and Splatoon and Zelda. That's all we have. We don't have any.
Because you asked for them for Christmas. That's how you. Yeah. Like, I haven't bought. I bought that one Princess one because it was hard to get.
Yeah.
And I found it at a swap meet, and I got it really good. Damien, deal with it. What's going on, my man? How are you doing out there? Let me see what else. Let me pull up these comments here. MG goes, oh, cool. Can I get a Big Mac amiibo? That's possible. Daniel will be able to tell you. Hey, Damien. And Bono's Tecmo says, don't think amiibos work on Prime. Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to talk with MG. I think he said he had an extra Prime he's going to sell me. So, at cost. So, I'm going to get with him because they're like, for whatever reason, hard to find.
What, Metroid Prime?
Metroid Prime Remastered. Yeah. Because I didn't buy it when it first came out. And, you know, I've been buying every game that usually first comes out that's like, it's good, you know, whatever. But I haven't because
everyone got so excited for Prime, so everyone's buying it.
Well, and I didn't know that. I figured this was going to be one that was just going to sit on a shelf from people. So with Bo, she says, booyah. Okay. Bono's Tecmo says, Dread is the only one that works with amiibos. 911 is here. You can get the card sets on Etsy instead of amiibos. You can scan them in the Switch. That was what you wanted. That was the other thing you asked for.
I was trying to con you into getting me.
Yeah, notice he says try to con me into it.
I mean,
I downloaded Prime, but I'll pick it up physically whenever I see it in the stores. No rush. Yeah, I thought about doing that too, Rhea. I thought about just buying the digital, and then if I get the physical, keep it sealed. But then I'm like, I'm buying it twice. I'm giving Nintendo what they want. I don't want to buy it twice. How many of us have bought Mario games like twice? They're just ridiculous. Amiibos are the number one reason to own Nintendo stock. It is Nintendo's ability to print money. Yeah. Apparently MG says they cut physical production down. He says I had to chase it, but then saw it on GameStop and grabbed two. Yeah, I'll be honest. When all the other Metroids came out, what was the last one that we got? The
Metroid Dread.
Metroid Dread. When that came out, I was all into it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to play this game. And I got to the one level, and I was like, this is just awful. I was like, because I couldn't get past the boss. I just felt like the boss was freakishly hard.
It's another game that you need to come back to.
I know I need to come back to. There's a lot of games I need to come back to because
there's a lot of games that you need to start.
I've been locked on PlayStation 5. I haven't even played Ghostbusters yet for PlayStation 5, and I've had it since launch day. Because I've been locked into Horizon, God of War, Fortnite, like Fortnite. Everybody, like I sit down and now VR. I go, I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna tackle this game. And somebody sends me an invite on Fortnite. I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna play Fortnite. Next thing you know, 4 hours go by. And now what? Now we're playing Fortnite. So tonight, I'm gonna play some pinball with everybody. We've been doing Dig Dug as well. Dig Dug's been on the arcade 1-up cabinet that I have. Dig Dug's been another one that everybody's chasing my high score with, so we're gonna go back and forth with them. But lately on Saturday nights, we've kind of veered away from. I was telling everybody we veered away from the consoles and we've been playing the arcades and the pinball, like the pinball with the Ice Age, right?
Yeah.
You guys have been chasing my score. Hey, Rhea, thank you for joining as a member here of the Tech Buzz. I don't even know what I'm calling you guys, but
the techies.
The techies. We'll have to figure that out. Yeah. But I appreciate you joining. Everybody say welcome to Rhea. Rhea says, I keep my amiibos sealed. You know, that's what I do too. My son, when he was younger, he got them out, which is fine. But I think now you would probably keep them sealed, right?
Well, if they
interact with the game.
Yeah.
So you just buy the cards, like Juan said.
Well, that's too. Well, I kind of have to get you in.
All right.
So I'm probably gonna ask you for the cards for Legends of Zelda.
Well, we'll see about getting them. Bono's Tecmo says, if Dread, what does he say here? He said, if Dread had the same hint mechanic as Prime, then it would be better so you wouldn't get lost. I think that's it. Maybe I'm just getting old. Like playing some of these games, like I want, like, you know how like on God of War,
yeah,
it gives you like the hint line, and you could sit there and
that head tells you everything.
Well, not only that, but like on Horizon, it gives you like a little white line where you're supposed to go.
Well, yeah, but you have to activate that, just like in Dead Space.
Right, but I'm just saying. Yeah, Dead Space is another good one. Damien, deal with it. Let's pull up his comment here. I remember. Oh, this is a good point. He goes, I remember when the Gold Mario came out. I had amazing luck and scored 2 cases of them and sold them to all my buddies. Helps out. Let me go over here. Helps out so many people to get them back in the day. That's the reality. Like I noticed with certain community people, I've noticed that people are like, hey, that's how I got a PS5. We had a community member that was watching the show, and I was like, I didn't even bother the rat race at 3 o'clock in the morning to get a PS5 pre-order. It was a gentleman that watched the show. He was a cop. He messaged me. He's like, look, I'll sell you my second PS5. It's coming tomorrow. Now he's like, you won't get it at launch day. It'll be sent out on launch day. And I was like, I don't care. He's like, I'll give it to you at cost. I PayPal'd him the money. He called me at the exact time it showed up on his porch. He opened it up in front of me, just to show me it's in the box, that it came from Best Buy. Called me from FedEx, showing me he even paid for overnight delivery, which I thought was awesome. Like, that's community to me. Like that, trying to help somebody out, not trying to like take them over a barrel. Like, well, it's worth this amount of money now. The scalpers are what ruins this. Well, they ruin any kind of community for that matter. You remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bono's Tecmo. I wish I would have picked up the Cuphead physical Switch version. Yeah. I think a lot of people. Rhea says, she says, I have been playing a ton of Octopath Traveler 2. Did you ever play that? She said I had to get that pre-ordered for the physical edition.
I remember. I know the name. Like, I remember that name, but I just don't remember the game.
Okay, so Juan says you can also use the amiibos on Breath of the Wild. Everyone gives you an item. So you probably can use that one then.
Yeah, but you're not going to open it because it's hard to find.
Can you still scan it through the package?
No.
Oh, we might be able to. Maybe I'll have to find a second one. Or, yeah.
Like, you're going to find one second one for a
let me see here.
price.
Prince Malcolm says, "Hey Kratos, I think I found something on the internet, and I still can't find it." But yeah, some of these games, I think we've discussed this time and time again on the shows, but you and we talk about this. I have more games than I'll probably ever play in my lifetime. But I also have fun collecting. I think that's the big thing with me. You know that. The thrill of the hunt, finding the games when we go out to, um, Goodwills, when we go out to pawn shops. I mean, you're getting to that point where you recognize games and you're going, "Hey, Dad, they have this game." You found, some of the older ones that we got before, right?
I started to die down on actually finding the games that you don't have because you have almost all the games in the store.
That's what I would tell people too. If you don't have an app, you need to get an app. I'm going to show you guys here really quick.
We'll be here for hours if
no, I'm not going to
do everything.
No, no, I'm not going to go through everything. But what I was going to do is show them the app that I use.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm gonna no, I can't show them all the games I have. We'd be here all night. I'm going to show you guys the app that I use. I'm just going to zoom in here on my phone right quick. Let me do this. I just got to get the hand so you can see it. And let me pull down the lower third. So there's an app that I use to track my, it's CLZ Games that track all the games in my collection. So it's very easy. You can just hit the plus sign here. I do believe they make it for Android. You can either select the specific platform that it's on, whether it's on like 3DO or if it's on Atari or whatever it's on, or what you can do is scan the barcode, which is what we usually do. We take the game, we put it behind it when we're at the store, and it'll tell me if it's in my collection or whatever, or what version of it. But the other cool thing is every day, you can do update the price charting guide, or it'll go through and it will tell you what your collection is worth. So about 95% of my collection is in this in the app. So it says right now it went down. My collection went down in value $68.90 from yesterday. So the total value of my collection right now is $21,181.93. So and this is all based off of price charting. So these are really cool. Not so much, I would say, for value. It's like you're not collecting. Well, at least a lot of people, I'd like to say, aren't collecting for value, but some guys do. But at least it gives you an idea. For me to know what it's worth, I'll tell you, is mainly when I tell the insurance company, because the insurance company needs to know what the value is. So if there was ever a fire, they would pay out what the value of my collection is. So that's not counting any of my arcade one-ups or pinball tables or anything like that. That's just my consoles, and that's not even all my consoles that are in there because they don't have barcodes to go in there. So but I mainly do that just to let the insurance company know, like, hey, if there was a fire, I need that stuff covered. But I do that with my broadcasting gear too. I have to know, because if I add a different piece of gear, they have to put it down. Mike says, actually, I did buy NBA 2K21 for $5 at Five Below, but that doesn't count. I know Five Below. Didn't Dakota get a couple PS2 games at Five Below fours?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Chris McCloy says you can probably still get the Breath of the Wild amiibos at GameStop because of the amiibo warehouse. Oh, excuse me.
Re-release for
Hyrule Warriors. Oh, that's true.
Hey, Dad. That's kidding.
Thanks, Chris.
Not today.
Appreciate that, Chris. Now he's gonna be like,
I'm not gonna be
Dad,
your butt.
Can't we go get that?
Be up your butt.
See, he's spending more money. You need that app. Yeah. So it is a paid app in the sense of you have to pay for the subscription. I think it's $10 a year. I don't even think it's that much. Let me double check what it is.
What do you need to pay for it?
Well, you're paying. I don't mind supporting it. There is like I said, there's a subscription service with it.
But what do you get out of it?
It's either it's $15 a year, or it's $1.49 a month. You get the ability to store your games, to get the pricing. So it's $1.49 a month or $14.99 a year. I pay for the year because it's cheaper just to pay $15 for the year. Like I said, I don't mind supporting the company because I use it. It's your collection, right? So every time I get a new game, before we put them away on the shelf, I scan it and I say this, we have this, we don't have this. So Prince Malcolm's like, I need that app. And MG goes, God forbid, no fire, but that's a good idea. Not sure how much my annual purchase of COD is worth to to ensure. Who here uses UPSs to protect their arcade cabinets? Power Blips got me to buy a couple UPS. I have UPSs on a lot of my stuff. I have them on my gaming / desk setup that you guys have seen when I do live gameplay. And I have 3 of them back here in the studio area for any kind of. The only thing that'll go out, like if we lost power right now, you'd see the lights would go out. My studio lights. They would just tank. Everything else would stay up. The internet would stay up unless the internet went out with it. But UPSs are a must. I even have them on my TV in the living room. You gotta have a UPS. If you don't, you should get one. Five Below gets a lot of random stuff. That's where I expanded my amiibo collection significantly. We'll have to definitely check Five Below for that. Prince Malcolm says you can buy PS1 Mini at Family Dollar if you can find them still. I have a PS1 Mini. I have it modded to run. It has every PlayStation game known to man on it. We got one of those blue sticks. You guys ever play with those? The blue sticks? They're USB sticks with the games. They just plug and play mod. It's like a soft mod. I don't know what they're called. It's like let me see if I can find them on the internet here. But they're pretty useful.
I bet you like a stupid name for it.
I don't remember what it's called. I don't want to be like, oh, it's blue. It's blue.
It's a blue stick.
It's a blue stick, yeah. But I forget what it is. I don't remember what it's called. I have it in the other room, but it's not like it comes out. If anybody knows in the chat room, if not, I'm still looking for it.
Everyone's looking on the internet.
Let me see if I can't find what it is. It was blue something. I can't think of what it was called. But it had a bunch of ROM. Maybe they're out of business now. I know even Mad Little Pixel. I remember him doing a video on it too. I got this like a while ago.
A Neo Geo Mini? No. It's blue.
Wait, what Neo Geo Mini? We don't have a Neo Geo Mini. We don't have the Neo. Oh, yeah. The little mini arcade. That's blue. Yeah. Sorry.
It's blue.
See, I don't even remember what we have.
We'll
see if people find it. We'll see if they find it here. True Blue Sticks. Yes. Oh, the developer's in prison now. That's probably why they're not around. Oh, True Blue. See, I knew it was something blue. The PS. He's in prison. Well, yeah. I mean, he's selling copywritten stuff. I wondered how he got away with that.
I guess it didn't last that long for him to get away with it.
Let me see if they're still. I think they're pulled off of Amazon. That's where I got mine. Yeah, I don't see them on Amazon anymore. They used to be on Amazon, but I guess. But that's what it was called, True Blue. Yeah, True Blue Mini. They're not on Amazon anymore. That's crazy. I didn't know he went to jail. I mean, and rightfully so. I mean, if he broke the law. But I bought these a while ago. He had different versions. He had like sports versions. He had
You just bought a standard version.
yeah, that's all I bought one that had like had what do you call it? Crash Bandicoot.
Oh yeah. I don't know what you're talking about half the time.
I know you don't. I'm trying to think of it. But I'm doing 100 million things at once. So I'll tell you the other thing I got that are pretty cool. If you don't have them in your game room, I got a bunch of these. Let me see if I can go full screen here for me here.
Oh yeah, those.
I got a bunch of these classic Nintendo game coasters.
You also have a
And
mug of Zelda.
they're pretty. Yeah, these are pretty sweet. Like they're gray on the back. Like this one's Metroid. Um, you have Zelda. Let's see if I can turn it. Zelda. It's not the gold cartridge though. You have the Super Mario 3. I don't use them for coasters. Super Mario 2.
You just use them to show.
Yeah, there's Excite Bike, Donkey Kong. Of course, you gotta have Super Mario Brothers, the original, and then Duck Hunt. So they're pretty.
You also have
sweet.
a mug of gold Zelda.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I found that. It looks like the Zelda card.
Is that the exchange?
Yeah, I don't drink out of that.
Yeah, it's in the box.
Just have it, saving it. Yeah.
Saving it in chest.
Mad Astra's Gaming is in the house. What's going on, man? He says, "Hey everyone, just got done putting my Star Wars cabinet together. That's awesome." I thought he was saying he's pulling a Star Wars cabinet. I thought he got in like an actual arcade. They were designed by Team. Going back to the blue thumbstick, Mike says they were designed by Team Executor. They are arrested. Ouch. Matt Astra's Gaming says, I have those coasters. Got them at Kohl's. I love them. I think I just got mine on Amazon. I think. Yeah, they're pretty sweet. Like you got to have them in your game room. I have iOS ones too somewhere. I know I have one still here that I use as a coaster. Back when I did a lot of tech stuff, like any of the icons on your iOS device. So this one's kind of falling apart because I use it all the time, but you can see it's the temperature one.
You have pillows with them.
Yeah, I have the pillows and stuff. Over on the game room side. I don't think. Oh, you might be able to see it on the arcade wall camera. Let me see if I can go to that one.
Oh no, you can't.
Yeah, I can. I just got to move it around. Hang on. I got to go to this camera, and then I can move it around here. So I got a bunch of weird pillows in the game room. Hopefully they can see them. I have like icon pillows here, and then we talked about the iPod. There's an iPod.
Maps.
Facebook.
Maps.
But I have a bunch of other ones too that have my logo on and stuff. They're over here on the game room side of things. I can't.
You have a camera in the corner.
I have a what?
You have a camera in the corner. I thought.
Oh yeah, but I don't have it pulled in. Here you can see. There's my it's right below it.
Oh, you have photos.
There's the Finder. There's photos. This is like if you're on Mac OS, you'll know what these are. So I have those there, and then I have it. It looks like an actual Nintendo cartridge. That's right there in the corner.
Isn't that Dragon Slayer?
It's not even a real Nintendo cartridge. And then I have my Tech Buzz pillow there that has my logo on it. And then let's turn it here. There's an iTunes one. There's a Photos one.
Another fake one.
And there's another fake Nintendo cartridge pillow.
I swear I thought that was real.
No, I got those from Think Geek back when Think Geek was not owned by GameStop.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. So.
All your arcades.
Yeah, no, I was just pulling that up because.
Yeah.
But those are always cool. Like any kind of novelty stuff like that, like people don't always see them. Family, let me pull these up. I got a ton of comments in here. I got to pull up and keep up with these comments here. Family Gmail says, "Hey all, watching while I'm working. Well, I'm glad we could provide some kind of entertainment for you while you're working." Chris McCloy says, "Very cool coasters." MG's talking to Matt Astra's Gaming. Mike says, "If still looking for true blue, I see Newegg still has some of them." Okay, that's good to know. Thor KC, he says, I love my Star Wars cabinet. Been trying to get another at ESB. Chris says, I love the NES. It's my favorite system. I think a lot of us like the NES. And happy workday, family. I'm getting an eyeball here from my wife. What do you? Huh? Oh, you're trying to do that? You trying to blow my electricity out?
She's trying to vacuum.
She's trying to vacuum.
Yeah.
Oh. I suppose I should probably wrap this up. Is that what you're saying? It is almost 4:00. All right. Well, my wife wants to vacuum in the studio, and that's you guys are probably all going to hear that if it goes. So I should probably wrap up.
Probably.
So I don't get yelled at. Oh, who's the guy that says back in the tech days? Ron Knights. I haven't seen or heard from him in years. I want it all and I want it now. Anyways, guys, I'm going to try to do more of these if I can. As weeks go on, we're going to do some more just community chat. And, woo, that baby went fast.
It went flying.
That was cool. Okay. We're going to do this. I'll try to give everybody a little bit of a heads up warning. It was kind of last minute. So, but for now, I appreciate everybody tuning in. We got to get ready because we got people coming over tonight. And we got to go to dinner and game night. Maybe I'll work on some stuff. Maybe I'll put a live stream on tonight. And you guys can watch the gameplay if that's something you want to do. I'll just turn on a room mic. I'll have the cameras going, and we'll have a bunch of cameras up. I'll see if I can put something like that together. Would you want to tune into that if I just played it and then you could hear the madness going on in the room?
You should also make a bunch of streams dedicated to just Legends of Zelda.
We'll see. And then everybody can see the pain that I go through when I.
No, I'll be helping.
play.
I'll be right next to you helping.
I don't know. Let me know. Yes, check my wife's cleaning schedule. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Hit that subscribe button. Yeah, you can come to dinner, MG. Come on out. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. I'm on my way to 8,000 subscribers. I'm trying to boost it up. I have more content this week. Maybe I'll get the feed going in the game room tonight. We'll see. Stay tuned. Stay subscribed. That's how you'll know. We'll see you guys next time.